see the way the world turned, what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. Chance I get, you can't change nothing if you don't do that. I pay my taxes even when it hurts. Sometimes I think though it's just getting worse. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. Am I living in American dreams? Am I living in American dreams? Am I living in American dreams?
Mine is froze. How y'all doing, Blue Dots? It's Sunday, baby. It's Sunday. I'm sorry we're late. Evidently, I'm assuming we're having some technical difficulties because the picture I'm seeing on my screen says I'm frozen in time. I don't know what happened. It was working right up to the time we hit the button to go live, and then all of a sudden it's gone. So Travis is over there across the table trying to work that out.
Yep, don't know what the hell's going on, but
what
I'm
happened
trying to
there?
fix it.
Trying to get that thing going. Anyway, while he does, I'm glad everybody's here. I'm sure, I sure hope that y'all had a great weekend. This is throwing me off, but we'll get to it. Michael James was the first one to jump in, followed by the remixtress was here. Dolores Grant, thank you for being here, babe. Martha Oliveira is here. Debbie Marie is here. Tim Kinnan, Bethy Brown, Michael James, thank you, brother. I think that's right. Wait, got waves. Dwayne Twizzle is here. Sherry P, how you doing, darling? Our own quilter in the house with us. Mary Perkins is here. Tracy Tobias, always glad to see you there, darling. Susan Jarrett, Richard Phillips, John Herron, our resident archaeologist. Howdy ho, neighbor, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. Oh, look, there I am. Boy, howdy shit. There you go. Martha Oliveira is here. Donald Ware, Michael Leach, Jasmine Thomas, nice to see you here. Linda Ansbach. Hey, how you like my shirt, Linda? That's a nice shirt. You know what? Linda sent me this shirt. Linda Ansbach from Fork River, New Jersey, sent me this shirt, and it says the Thirsty Piney Bar and Grill. And I kind of like the back of it. I'll swing it around here so you can see it. That's a pretty thirsty hillbilly there. I love it. It's a beautiful shirt. Linda, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it. as Mama calls it. Oh, look, a neutral shirt won't get me in trouble. Anyway, I thank you very much. And Bernadette Pre, thank you for being here, always. Let me see who's Gary Spring up in Canada is with us. Brian Champagne, Randy Peterson, woo pig brother. Michael, John there. I got to catch up at the bottom here. There's so many messages. Candy 2 is here. And Valerie Wood with Sato. Rex Trek, thank you for being here. Anyway, what's going on? Well, shit. The reason that we're still doing what we do, baby, is because Donnie's not gone yet. Donnie made his comeback, his big comeback tour last night. And where was it? Willington, Ohio. That's right, baby. Just south of Cincinnati, I understand. He had his Save America tour. Save American Democracy. That's what Donnie's out there doing. Are you shitting me? Yep, he had his big comeback tour last night, and as suspected, most of it was bullshit. As a matter of fact, all of it was bullshit. Yeah, he's going after a Congressman Gonzalez up there because Gonzalez voted for the impeachment, so Donnie's going up there to try to primary that guy because, as Donnie says, this is the first rally of 2022. And he means it, baby. He's coming. Pull blazing guns, all that shit. He's coming to try to make his mark known in this country, and it ain't going away. And but that being said, had a pretty good crowd there. Had people there from Pennsylvania, from New Jersey, from Kentucky. Oh, man, they's coming from miles and miles around. Maybe, yeah, because all them people aren't right there in Willington, Ohio. Are you shitting me? He's going to have a hard time getting a good crowd. They got to bus them in and ship them in. This one old boy, he bragging about this is his 51st rally. 51st Orange Rally. Are you shitting me? Are we just a little ate up with it, buddy? I'm just saying, you know, it seems a little obvious to all the rest of us. We're going to take back the House, the Senate, and the White House in 2024, all of it, all because of Donnie's going to get up there and run his mouth and make it so. I don't think it's going to happen, baby. But he wasn't alone. He had old Marjorie Taylor Greene there with him, spouting her bullshit. You know, the FBI is behind the insurrection and, you know, green lasers from bars or whatever else she's selling nowadays. Who gives a shit? But she was out there bad-mouthing AOC for one thing. AOC. I don't want Marjorie Taylor Greene known for her initials. AOC's the only one that's got 3. Well, leave it like that. Anyway, she's bad-mouthing AOC, calling her un-American. She's not American. She's a communist. She's all this, that, and the other. And AOC tweeted back out. She said, "I think I'm taller than you." Because the rest of what she said is just bullshit. And it's sad to watch it happen, but that's who's going to be on his side is people like that. William Barr came out with an interview this weekend in the Atlantic, where he said the voting fraud, the voting irregularities. What was the word that William Barr, our former Attorney General, used for? Bullshit. That's what Attorney General Barr said, and he knew it all along. There was no interference. There was no fraud. There was nothing. It's all bullshit. And that's exactly what they're out selling. But you seen that crowd, baby. They had quite a few people there. So the bullshit is still selling. They're still paying money, hard dollars for that bullshit. They had all sorts of vendors out there with Save America hats now. Red, of course. But let me see. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get everybody in the room here. But one little story that popped out for me, and I really wanted to highlight it or talk about it because it's a good thing. This shows progress in areas y'all don't think progress is coming. 2, especially. 1 in Nashville, Tennessee, baby. Nashville, red as red can be, baby. I was proud of them. In Nashville, Tennessee, this last week of Pride Month, they renamed a street They renamed it Bionica Page Way. Bionica Page Way. That's the new name of the street. It was named after a guy named Mark Middleton, who was a well-known drag queen and who performed regularly in the city and was well liked by the citizens of that city. She was on the news several times for her advocacy and her fundraising for HIV and AIDS research. She was big in the populace down there. But it shows, especially this Pride Month, that the city took that time and that courage to name a street like that. Now, that's a good story, and I like it. And the other place that I was glad to see was our own Robin Kincaid attended the first Pride rally in West Virginia. So, some places it's taken a little time to get there. But we're getting there, baby. We're advancing the causes of all the people, we the people, which includes the LGBTQ community. And especially this month in Pride Month, we need to acknowledge that, because that is part of the process of making it an inclusive society for everybody. And I just wanted to throw that out there because, like I said, it shows we're making progress. Anyway, on that note, Johnny Fly, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How you like that name in the street there?
That's wonderful.
That is
wonderful.
It is wonderful, especially in a town like Nashville.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've watched many a drag show. I thought it's fun. It's all in good fun, and who knows? Maybe some of them live out their fantasies.
I'm sure they do, buddy.
There's some damn good drag queens.
Are you shitting me?
Do it.
I could tell you stories. I have and pictures to prove it. Anyway, we won't go there right now, but yes, I do.
No.
And my wife was standing right there with me. And the other young lady standing there looking like, ha, ha, ha. Wasn't who you think she was. Anyway, Johnny Fly, I just want to get you in the room. Before we get everybody else, I forgot. Travis reminded me here. I got to catch up. Let me thank Mega Wet Willie, who donated $5 and said, "Isn't it great? Tutti Frutti Rudy got his law license yanked." As a matter of fact, Mega Wet Willie, that story quite tickled my ass. I am quite proud of that. Not that I had anything to do with it, but I rooted for it. Anyway, Rextrek came in with $5 and said, "Ah, yes. It's the Pathological Lying Disabled Mocking Tour with guest Ed Lindell in the My Pillow Dancers." Outstanding, Rextrek. Outstanding. Yeah, yes, it's the Pathetical Lying Disabled Mocking Tour with guest Ed Lindell in the My Pillow Dancers. I'm loving it. And Lady Freedom Rock, so I hope we got straightened out, came in with a $20 donation and said, "Still on my date, can't still around on, keep on rocking in the free world." On her date. All right, Lady Freedom Rocks, thank you very much. And to all the ships at sea, she rocks, baby. So thank you very much, Lady Freedom. Have a nice date, by the way. Well, you can leave this on, Yeah, wouldn't that be romantic?
Yeah, I was about to say, nothing more romantic than this shit.
Yeah, no, nothing more romantic than having that stuff going on. All right, then. Let's get everybody else in the room. Bernadette, baby, how are you? I see your toes, Bernadette.
She unmuted herself.
I think she muted herself. Well, let's get Sparky Dunk in. Spark, are you there?
Oh, yeah. I'm here, John.
How you doing, brother?
I'm hanging out in the air conditioning. The West Coast is burning up again.
What? It's 108 freaking degrees up in Seattle or somewhere. Jesus.
Yeah, they don't have, Slavic people don't have air conditioning up there.
That's the Pacific Northwest, brother. It's usually cool up there all, most of the time, relatively speaking.
Roger is in Eugene, and he posted a picture on Facebook.
Yeah.
Of his outdoor thermometer. It was 105.
105.
We were 107 today.
Damn.
Hey, I was gonna say.
I'm not looking forward
Sparky,
to August down here.
I was gonna say to Sparky, does he want
August
90
is
degree
probably
weather?
going to be hotty, huh?
I was going to ask you, do you want 90-degree weather? That's what it is in Pennsylvania. It's better than
Yeah,
100.
yeah. I love some 90-degree.
Yeah, 90-degree weather would be good
I,
right now.
I'd love some rain too.
A little bit of
Yeah.
that
Can I
would
have
go a
rain
long
with
way.
that?
You can have my rain, yes.
Let's see if
Nice
we got.
today.
I was transposed into Pennsylvania today through the NASCAR race at Pocono.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we
That's
got
about
Bernadette back with us.
Good afternoon,
You didn't
fellas
melt.
and Sparky. It's a cool 91 over here on the north coast of California. You're welcome to come on over, bruh. It's a hell of a lot closer than Pennsylvania.
That's true. That's true.
Thanks a lot, Bernadette.
I can't.
But
I
hey,
can't-
Johnny, you're welcome
can't
too, okay?
Thank you.
I can't leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bring everything with you, hon.
Well, you know what,
No,
Bernadette?
Wanted to tell you, I am the happiest person on the planet. You know what I did today?
What'd you do?
I went out and I did something for me.
Outstanding,
Now-
baby. Did you get your toes painted? Because that's what I see.
I did it.
Oh, okay.
I paint my own toes.
Okay, I was just wondering. I see your toes
it's
are
a
painted.
personal thing.
Okay. Everybody's wondering.
Oh,
How's John
always.
know she
That
got her
lady
toes
always
painted?
has her
Because she's
toes
sitting right over
painted,
there.
Okay.
Huh?
But I went out. And I am the head chef in my household. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have been barbecuing on something that if you blow on it just slightly, it's going to fall apart. It is a rust bucket. I bought a brand new kettle, Weber kettle, barbecue
pit.
today, and I am stoked.
Are you cooking?
Stoked. I am. I have to tell you, I'm not cooking right now. I plan to do straight up hamburgers for dinner tonight.
All right.
We'll, inaugurate the grill and get some good burgers going on. But I have to tell you, I'm a tech person, and when I was involved in IT and working in the internet and the whole bit, I had to read manuals for a living. Now, I read all kind of manuals. But I tell you, nowadays, they just give you pictures.
They just give you
You don't
pictures.
even have
Do
to read.
this.
They just give you pictures because there's too many stupid-ass people in this country that don't know how to read.
And if there's something you
yeah.
shouldn't do, they put a picture in a big circle with a line through it. Don't do this.
Right? That's exactly what they did. This
Right.
bolt knocked that one.
Yeah, don't do
I'm
this
like,
one.
what?
That's some shit.
Bernadette, use illustration. They're good too.
Yes.
All the manuals anymore have pictures in them.
Yeah. Well, I was dealing with one today.
Read.
I was dealing with one today, and it had a manual, and it showed me how to hook up what I got to hook up, and it's all in black and white. And I'm looking at 3 different color hoses. So wait a minute. What the fucking no? Yeah, I figured it out, but because I'm only of a man of science. And
Well, you know how to read, though, John, right? You
Read?
have no problem to read.
shit, no, I don't know how to read. I read as little as possible.
What are you working on that's got 3 colored hoses?
My AC manifold. There's a red one on the right, a gray one on the left, and a yellow one in the middle. So there you go.
Okay, you
You're
lost.
gonna have to go
see there?
in
It ain't electrical.
different shades of gray.
Yeah, and I always just remember black gold on electrical. Black wire goes on the gold screw. It's a good rule of thumb.
There you go.
The white wire goes on a silver screw. If you're working on your house, and that little bare one down there goes on that screen screw. So just pass that along. Anyway, we want.
I'll never forget the color code.
Oh no, it's stuck in your head. It's
Yeah.
stuck in your head forever. Throw in a red one, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, holy shit!
Depends.
Now you got 2
Depends on
points.
what.
Now, wait a moment, John. I thought you said your memory was poor.
It is.
I would forget them by now.
Oh no! If you've ever bit through your tongue, believe me, you remember your
Yeah.
electrical
Yeah.
systems.
If
Anyway,
you've ever gotten shocked.
yeah, you learn real quick. My son will tell you real
don't take
quick.
long.
Throw the breaker, Dad. It's nothing. I'll just put my finger back in there and see if something. Oh yeah, it's there.
I wish
Anyway,
I could say I've said that only once.
hey, hey.
It ain't gonna work. You realize what I had to do, right?
You took it away from me.
No, I didn't take it away from you. The backup camera is now your camera. The other one's just not working
Okay, we lost the camera.
at the moment. I've been trying to fix it over here, and it's still not coming back on.
Want to use my whacker?
No, because I don't go about it that way.
Well, just
I-
a little whack here, a little whack
I don't
there,
like
it'll
to
work.
break
Well, then
shit.
where's the fucking camera now?
I mean, it's right. It's still
Oh,
here
I see.
behind.
Well,
the,
it's right
oh.
up there in that bright light that I can't see.
Hey, Travis, what you do is, hey, as long as he pays for it all, then he
Yeah,
can
that's
break
the
it.
problem.
Yeah, that, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, let Dad pay for it. Shit, yeah. And on that note, I want to thank Jeremy McDonald for helping out because he just came in with $5 on Super Chat. Jeremy, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate every dime we get. Oh yeah, no, we got to keep things going.
And Travis, just so you know, the camera on YouTube is frozen. So
Never use another.
Wait,
man's
is it
whacker.
still frozen?
yeah, it
What?
switched over and now it's frozen again.
on
Okay.
on?
Let me go check that. Thank you for the heads up.
Hasn't froze yet on my end.
Really?
Are y'all on
I'm just-
YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube.
YouTube.
I'm on
I-
YouTube.
I'm only on Discord, so I give my hellos to everybody in YouTube chat because I can't see you. I'm only.
We're good. We're good. I needed to
good back-
refresh.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
here we go.
checking our
Okay.
main hub here to make sure it's
Evidently,
still
we have a problem
broadcasting.
with.
Change one thing.
yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't-
so far it's looking good. All right, cool.
Yeah, I didn't know if you got that, John, or not, but I just said I do all my best to the people on the YouTube chat because I'm not on the browser. And when I do that,
I'm proud of
it
them, baby.
interferes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I can't hear you.
Oh,
I can't hear anything. Try again, Johnny Fly.
you don't want me to scream in here.
I can't still can't hear you.
No, I was just saying.
What?
I was just saying about YouTube. I said sometimes I say hello to people, but this time, if I want to have good reception and grace you people with my wonderful.
Well, of course you
voice.
want to grace us with your presence, Johnny
Well,
Fly.
then
I
I
mean,
can't-
that's why
I
we
can't
all
mess
come
it up
here
with-
every
Yeah, I'm sure.
just to hear your ass.
You got the voice. Yeah, you got the voice, buddy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just say hello to everybody in YouTube chat. I can't see when they say hi back, but trust me, I'm saying hello to everybody now.
We want
Right
to send all our best to our YouTube and Facebook chat. It's what flies by me in front of me. I try to catch it as it goes by. The conversations go. I love it when people just say hi to each other. Just hi so so or hi so so. It just that's what families do.
And
baby.
sometimes when they say
There
hi
you
to me,
go.
I say sometimes I wish I was.
Hi, not yet, but I'm working on it. So anyway,
Been a long
I
time.
just say, yeah, what's your point?
yeah. And your point
Been a
is,
long time since I was
So what's
high.
your
A
point?
long
or how do you know?
Speaking of that,
Aren't you?
Yes, I know what you're gonna say, Sparky Dunk.
time.
What are you gonna say, Sparky?
I just fired up my vape. I gotta
Oh,
let it warm up.
Uh-oh.
it's got to warm up because it's a technological thing, and it lets you beep or let you know when it's the. Are you shitting me? Gary Spring came in with $5 Canadian bucks. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it very much. Yeah, got a vape over there that it just heats up to the proper temperature, and then when it's ready, all Sparky Dunk has to do is hit it.
Yeah, I'm watching. the
Some of us
temperature
have to
now.
use
It's reached the temperature.
the old-fashioned method.
Hey, some of us like the old-fashioned way.
I do like the
You know,
old-fashioned
I just like my flowers lit.
I can't do that anymore.
way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, John, I just want to let you know, maybe let Travis know there's 9 people waiting in the audience, and just in case he didn't see it. I don't know.
Only,
Yeah, I'm
one,
gonna start-
only one person has their hand raised.
Yep.
Yeah, I
I'm
see
bringing
that.
people in slowly, so just letting conversation flow
Okay.
for a little bit. Then I bring someone in,
I
and
guess
then we
I
continue.
guess they should raise their hand. I don't even know how to do that. How do you raise your hand?
I
Is
mean,
that
you
little
don't.
hand signal down there.
Yeah, but
at the
don't you
bottom?
click on anything because
It's a
that's
button. I can't touch a button.
Uh-oh.
no. It's just you're on my account, and I don't want no cross audio going
I
back
do
and forth
see
between.
that Travis is in the audience.
See,
No, he's
see,
not.
John.
He's
So
right
all
there.
you got to do is listen to my wonderful voice, and you'll be at ease.
That's all. I rely on that Johnny Fly every time to calm me through
That's it.
difficult times. Is your mellowing voice that makes me go, the world is safe. Johnny Fly is on the scene. Anyway, y'all hear what Barbara Rez said? Y'all know who Barbara Rez is?
No, John, do tell.
Yes.
Well, only because I have
used to work-
used. Huh?
She used to work for Trump.
See, there's somebody out there
Poor
beating
thing.
the punchline. Yes, poor thing. We have our sympathies for her, but she is a former executive vice president of the Trump organization. And what was it she said? Oh yeah, she said Trump deserves to go to jail.
I do believe I remember this young lady.
Oh, really? Well,
I've
we
seen
all
her.
going to pay attention to what she's got to say pretty soon because, witnesses they could pull somebody back. She might be a witness or something, but it's just telling you exactly what how much trouble they're in. Should he go to jail? Yeah, if there's a law, he should be one going to jail, and we're going to find out because this week is we're expecting charges against the Trump organization. So.
Yeah, you know what, John?
Rocking and rolling, baby.
That's going to really screw him over.
It is.
You know what, John?
It is.
I just don't understand how this guy can go on a kickoff rally tour when he really should be in jail. He's going to be facing this stuff. I'm sure they're going to do it this coming week.
I know
So why is he
exactly
still
how
going-
he does it. I know exactly
He's
how.
doing it because he needs to raise funds.
There you go.
See, his business is about to tank like a motherfucker, okay?
To be
And
bad.
he needs his maggot minions to send him cash, and that's what they're doing because
Come
they
by and
bought
buy
into
some
his-
MAGA gear
his
and
bullshit. Yep.
Yeah, but he was giving it away.
Oh, he tossed out a couple of hats. He's a pinchy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember when he
Didn't
tossed out a couple of paper towels too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just going to say.
It's not something he paid for.
Hey,
Anyway,
well, look at this way.
John,
He
I'm
could have
gonna go moderate the chat in YouTube. Just so I can stay on top of saying thank you to everybody who's donating via super chat, and open up some space so somebody else can come in the room and have some conversation.
Outstanding. Well,
All right.
Bernadette, we always appreciate it when you
No
come in
problem.
and use your voice in here, baby.
Mwah.
Always.
I love you guys.
We love you
I
back.
love you guys.
That's the way it works.
All right.
All right.
Bye,
All right.
y'all.
Bye.
I want to thank Claudia Garcia, who came in with a $2 donation. Claudia, thank you very much, baby. We appreciate it. And Ben Stroud, who came in with 20 and said, as our good friend Bill Jones keeps saying, we are all on the same side, fighting the same fight. Some of the Blue Dots don't seem to know that, or just ignore the fact that we are all Blue Dots fighting the evil GOP Nazis. Thank you, Benjamin Stroud. I think we're all on the same side here. Just we all need to pay attention to who's speaking and give everybody an opportunity to speak. It's a simple rule
That's right.
that we
Yep.
can all follow, and we can all get our voices heard. Anyway, I want to thank John Ditter. I hope I'm saying that right, John. You came in with a $20 donation and said, can you give a little Texas-style ripping of Ted Cruz for my sanity? Are you shitting me? Ted Cruz, the self-proclaimed booger-eating future king of America, that guy. Wait, there's something else that I'm forgetting. Not only a booger eater, he's something else too. Oh, a fly-eating future king of America. That's what Ted Cruz is.
I think you
Look
can
it up
put a
in
little
all
bit more
those-
effort into that one.
I
Come
know it.
on.
I know it. Wait.
A Texas-style ass kicking. He's right in front of you. Like Ted Cruz. No, not
Ted
me.
Cruz-
But Ted Cruz is in front of you. What do you got to say?
Oh Lord.
He's a nightmare, is what he is.
I don't
can't
know if
stand
I'd
him
go
every
with the sailor side of me or the more reserved and diplomatic. There's more ways to say fuck you than just saying fuck you.
You can mix the
I
two,
could
though.
mix them up though. Start with the diplomacy. Ted, you recognize? I mean, you represent my state. The people of Texas elected you to represent us, and you're doing a mighty poor job of it, son. I'm tired of being embarrassed by not only Ted Cruz, but my governor, Greg Abbott, who seems to be on a personal crusade to build the wall because Donnie didn't get it all done. And my attorney general, Kent Paxton, who is under indictment, who has been accused by his own staff of taking bribes. I mean, we got Louis Gohmert, we got Michael Cloud, who seems to know a whole lot of Houdini shit, who just disappears. That's my congressman. That's his answer ever since January 6th. Is just don't show up.
I got a million things I can bitch about Ted Cruz, but the one I keep going back to is you not only left your fucking state during a crisis, but you left your fucking dog.
You left your dog, Ted.
What?
Really?
Hey,
Really, Ted?
How long was he? How long has he been in office down in Texas? It's got to be quite a while.
Long.
It's been too damn long. He got
Couple terms.
Yeah, he got it.
And
He got it first elected with the Tea Party.
And
with
what's
the
with
Tea
the
Party.
beard? I mean, he looks like shit with the beard.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
him.
when he's trying to go incognito. He started growing the beard after all the shit with the insurrection crap. Or was it the insurrection or was it the trip to Cancun? I can't remember now.
Trip to Cancun,
It might have been trip to Cancun.
If I can believe
Yeah,
this thing from
yeah.
Wikipedia, he's been in office since 2013.
2013.
Oh God.
Okay, so
Feels
the
long.
rise of the
Years.
Tea Party.
8 years.
That's Obama's second term. Obama came in a landslide in 8, and in 13 he ran again. But in 2008, the Tea Party wasn't here. No, it started right after. Coincidence? I don't know what it could be that motivated a whole group of white assholes to start rising up against the guy in the White House, other than the fact that he was black, and that's it.
Healthcare.
Oh yeah, healthcare. Yeah. Didn't want the guy from Kenya running. Are you shitting me? You know, when we look back,
Just remember.
Huh?
I was just gonna say, John. You know, hey, just wait. The key phrase is every 2 weeks. You wait every 2 weeks, the Republicans will have a health care plan.
Mm-hmm. They're going to sign it in 2 weeks. Not a problem. We're going to sign it in 2 weeks. Yeah. Just wait. We're still waiting because the Republicans don't have shit. They never had anything. They don't have any plans for health care. They don't have any plans for furthering the advancement of anything other than tax cuts for the rich. Bill Jones, help me out here. Can you think of anything the Republicans want more than tax cuts for the rich? No. Bill Jones, are you with us? Uh-oh.
Bill,
I can't hear Bill.
he's showing. Oh, hang on a second. It won't, huh?
Huh?
He's saying it won't. He won't put up. He just texted me, Bill.
Oh.
I don't know what that's about. Won't put it up. I don't know.
Well,
I'll have to text him. He's on.
Kind of technical glitch, I'm sure. Get a hammer. That's what I understand. That's my answer
It's
for it all.
earlier.
Anyway,
Hang on a second. I just let him know. So.
until the
He's out, so he'll
Republicans
probably come.
grasp hold of their... No, they ain't got none. They don't have balls. To move
he's back
against
in.
Trump. Some of them are. Who's that? Mike Pence. I don't even look. Mike Pence. Did y'all hear Mike Pence? He came out a little bit there and pushed up against Donnie there a little bit. Trying to distance himself a little bit. Well, you know, we're friends and everything, sort of, but I think I'm going to quit seeing him or something like that. I don't know. He came out with some...
It's going to be like sharks in a feeding frenzy when they come out and indict the Trump company.
Well, you know what I heard the other day on one of
It's
the
going to be
talk
entertainment
shows,
for
they
us.
said- Well, what I heard, I think it was MSNBC, they said the sooner the Republican Party dumps Trump's ass, the better they'll have chances of getting elected.
And
Since they're not going to do that, they're not going to get elected.
it's all going to come down to that. When these
Yeah.
charges next week, you know, we're going to start seeing charges evidently to the Trump organization, which is going to bleed into personal members of the Trump organization, i.e. Ivanka, Don Jr., Eric, and all that shit. It's going to filter into their lives too. This thing is going to expand slowly, and it's going to consume them. And the news stories will come out, and they'll be forced to have to address the issue or just do what Donnie does, and that's just lie through your teeth. But there's going to be a price to pay for a lot of these crimes that have been committed. How can they not? You know, the world is watching this shit. We want to see if our laws stand true to what they should be. Are we all treated equally under the law or what? You know, because we've already noticed that some of us aren't. You know.
You guys hear me yet?
Hello, Bill Jones. How are you doing, my
We
friend?
can hear you.
Okay. I got zapped out. Discord is having a little bit of glitching.
Uh-oh. Boy, howdy shit.
Well, earlier when I was in the audience, I got zapped out three times, and then once when I was in the live room, I got zapped out. So
Boy, howdy.
I think Discord is having a trouble too, but that's okay.
Yeah, we've had issues with
you.
it before with Discord.
Yeah.
But it's all we got.
Same old stuff. But the good news, we've had some good news this week. It looks like the Trump organization is going to be facing some trouble. That's good news.
I'm telling you, the stories are coming. You know, the continuing saga as the Trumps turn.
Well, and like that lawyer was saying on MSNBC this morning, this is chapter 1 of a very long book.
We're just getting started.
Speaking of books, it's
I mean, a
came out
very
this
long book. There's like 300 and some odd possible crimes that were committed. There's already 87 cases in New York alone, and we're talking about case 1 here, folks. We're at the beginning of a long book.
Can I make a comment
Go ahead,
about
Spark.
books?
Sure.
It came out that there was like a half a dozen White House reporters that are writing books about the Trump years, and he's been interviewed by them, and they went down. The one White House reporter said he went down to Mar-a-Lago and interviewed him, and it was like he had people. It was like a Sunday brunch or something, some event or something. People are walking in, and this guy's trying to interview him, and he's waving to people and everything.
Boy, howdy.
It's just like, I forget, a bunch of people from the Washington Post.
You know who else has a
So
book
the
coming?
books are coming. The books are coming.
You know who else
What's
is writing
going to be
a book?
in them?
William Barr. That's right. Your former Attorney General is coming to the newsstand soon on a bestseller list, I'm sure. Look for
What's
it.
the book title?
I don't know yet.
It's all bullshit.
That's
I'd
probably
like to
what
know.
it's called. It's all bullshit. That's good. That's good.
I'd like to know who he's going to be, if he's going to stick up for Trump yet, or if he's going to actually
No.
tell it like it really is.
No, I think he's going to come in and try to save his own ass. Because we all saw what Bill Barr was when he came in. He was Donnie's consigliere. That's who he was. He wasn't America's Attorney General. He was there to protect Trump, and that's it. Well, now Trump's going to go sinking in the sewer that he built himself, and people are going to try to distance themselves. So, yeah, they're all going to come out with books saying, hey, it wasn't me, it was that asshole over there. And, of course, that asshole over there is Donnie. Bernadette, I think you're right. Barr needs disbarring. That's exactly what needs to happen to him. You know, they've disbarred Rudy Giuliani for the same thing, for lying to the American people. Well, there you go. You know.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if did Bill Jones, did you get your full thought out?
No, that's all right. Sparky had something to say. Anyway, I'm not like that. I don't barge in and if I have something to say, I let them say it, and then when they're done and I get a chance, I'll sneak back in. Anyway, the only thing I really wanted to say is put a reminder in people's brain that John and Travis are going to be working hard here very soon. And I would like all the blue dots, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, give some thought, look at your calendar, and make a decision. I would like to ask you to make a decision by August 1st. If that's too early, we can stretch it to maybe August 15th. But I'd like to know a decision of about roughly how many people are expected to come down to San Antonio and stay in a hotel. Because if I have a number, good solid number of people I know are coming in, the better discount I can get. And then I will talk with a half a dozen different hotels there in the riverfront area, share it with Travis and John, and they know the hotels better than I do because they live there and I don't. I haven't been to San Antonio in damn near 20 years, 1990.
It'll be a nice return. It'll be a
but
nice
anyway,
return.
I had nobody that was stationed down there at Lackland, an old Army Master Sergeant. We were stationed together in Korea. He was a good guy. Anyway, if people can do that, it would be good. The more people we get, we can
get a better deal.
can get a better deal.
But I'm thinking too.
But there's some people's concern. We ain't going to be paying no $200 and $300 a night. We are staying at the Omni, and we are staying in the Sheraton Suite. So.
No, we're going to try to get it down to a reasonable price. Because I can't afford them places either. So.
Yeah, Hilton Garden Inn guaranteed.
But if you can afford to stay there, it's going to be close enough. So.
24 less. That was Hilton Garden Inn, and they're pretty good.
It is.
But if we get 20 people, when I can ask for one person. I'm me, and I'm on a government rate. But if I say I got 20 people coming down who need rooms for 4 nights, they're going to be willing to budge.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to give you a discount. But yes, if you all are considering, it's November 13th, the weekend of November 13th, for 3 days up in San Antonio. We're going to be up there. We're going to be doing our live shows up there. And besides that, we're just looking forward to putting faces and voices. You know.
A small suggestion. Travis is the whiz kid here. He can put something on the a Blue Dot in Texas website.
He is working on that.
Yep, just put something on there that says if you're intending, put here and how many rooms you'll need and which nights you're staying, or both, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
And then that way, as we get closer, I could say, hey, Travis, what's the total amount? Or I can get on there and look and see how many people have signed up. And that way that'll tell me whether to, run a bargain for 15 people, 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, whatever's coming. So.
Well, we're going to, as a matter of fact, Travis is working on that as we speak.
Yeah, no worries.
To do something on the website so we can get a good idea how many people might show up.
Yeah, it
looks
time.
like we're having some fantastic interest.
I just wanted every week we can mention it to people to think about it and check the calendars. And I know everybody's getting back to the summer swing of things. I had a nice day with my American Legion boys today. And by the way, 3 of them said hello to the Bulldogs. So, hey, Bulldog.
Outstanding. Tell them I said howdy.
You got it. And they're all separate Portis boys. All 3 of them are you guys. So I figured you'd appreciate that.
You bet your ass. You bet your ass. Semper Fi.
But anyway, we're going to get everybody's busy with the summer. But once we get into August, we need to give thought to that, and then give the courtesy of letting the hotel room know. Because, for example, let's say on Saturday you want to have a dinner in a banquet room. Well, the hotel needs to know that ahead of time so they can set aside the banquet room and have the restaurant and the drinks available and that kind of stuff.
There you go. So we got plans in the works to make this really something.
Yeah, it'll be a good thing.
Yeah.
I get to see people that I've never seen before. All I've seen is a name on a paper.
I love it.
I
love it. I get to talk to people, or I've written to people, or people have written to me, and it would be just great. And to revisit people I've already met.
I'm looking forward to it too, John, because I want to see if the stories are true down there, whether they really are bigger in Texas.
We are, buddy.
Tall?
Everything's bigger in Texas, buddy. I'm just telling you. It's a vast
you're wearing
cornucopia of big down here.
Are you wearing what do you call those shoes that put you higher? That's probably what you're doing. Right?
My cowboy boots?
Well, whatever it is, you probably have several blocks of wood under them, right?
My feet more tuned to a more relaxable boot nowadays.
Is there pretty ladies down in Texas?
Well, of course, baby. Of course. And the men are as handsome as shit, Johnny Fly, I'm telling you.
Man.
Everybody looks like they just walked out of a rodeo or something. You know how it is.
Maybe I'll come down there a couple days early just to check out the ladies.
There you go.
Bill,
there you go.
Sounds to me like Bill's going to have double occupancy in the room.
Never know. You never know. Don Cheeto says, high heels, baby. Anyway, let me thank Benjamin Stroud, who came in with $5 and said, once again on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace, GOP leaders tells lies and Chris Wallace calls them out for it. Mr. Wallace is wrong on network. Is on the wrong network. Fuck the GOP. You know what it is, Benjamin? Thank you very much, by the way. You know what it is? Because Mike Wallace works for the news division of Fox Entertainment Corporation. So when you see Fox News up there, no, it's not Fox News. It's Fox Spews. No. And it's all pure listed under entertainment purposes. That way they can lie their ass off. And the only part that has to pay attention to the actual facts is Fox News Hour or whatever it is with Chris Wallace and them. And you got to give credit for Chris Wallace. He does hold them to their fire to the feet to the fire
Tries.
sometimes. You know,
He tries.
he tries because he's a
Anyway,
journalist and he's going to be judged on it. Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
I'll let you guys go. You got about 10 people in the audience. One of these days when we have a small audience, I'll come in and talk to you about a couple things. I do.
I need to give you a ring,
that's
buddy.
That's fine. Next Sunday, I have a 4th of July thing, and after that, I'm not really.
Well,
I'll tell you that the week of the Blue Dot thing, man, I'm a busy guy that week. I got a Marine Corps birthday dinner I have to speak at on Wednesday night. Then on Thursday, I got to speak at the American Legion twice. And then on Friday, I'm flying to San Antonio. So it's like, holy shit, that's a busy week.
yeah.
You're like the president.
Busy man.
That's
Busy man.
Yeah.
Well, Bill,
right. I got about a 15, 20-minute spiel that I'll be giving the same on Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll have it in my back pocket in case you want me to say something.
Anytime, brother. You write it. I want you to read it here.
Well, I won't read it. It's in my brain.
Well,
I
there
have
you
it
go.
memorized. When I go in front of a group, I just talk, and I don't need a microphone. At the Legion, I usually talk to 150 to 200 people. I figure this might be 30 or 40, so it'll be a small group. Very easy
Get
to
over
talk
that
to.
fear of speaking to crowds when you've been put in that position. You know,
I had 480 troops, and I didn't need a megaphone. So
Yeah.
you know.
You know what?
I
That
stood on the
reminds me,
hangar deck and
it's
addressed
like-
a whole lot of them suckers who were looking at me like I
That's
didn't
it.
know
I hear
what's
you,
this
buddy.
asshole got to
That's
say.
it.
Well, you know, that reminds me, like, think of it back in Lincoln's day when he gave his inaugural address.
Yep.
How the hell did everybody hear him speak with no microphone? They said he had a very high, whiny
They did.
voice.
Oh yeah, no, a debate or a speech back then, they had to yell. They had to really
Yeah.
put their voice out there to hear.
Called voice projection.
So thank goodness we came up with microphones and shit because
Yeah.
you know the guy in the back of the crowd's going, "What'd he say? What'd he say?" So
That would be you, right, John?
that would be me.
What do you
That
say?
would be me in the front row. What'd he say?
Well, you have new hearing
I
aids,
do
so you
indeed.
should be all set.
I do indeed.
There
I
you
got
go.
my what do they call them? The eargo.
See, now you can hear my velvety voice even better.
I ain't wearing them right now. Your voice sounds like sandpaper, but sorry, I'll have to put those in later on. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Okay.
all
I know you are.
So, anyway, yes, no, they help quite substantially though. I'm glad I got them. My ears finally got accustomed to them. I'm not wearing them now because anytime I put the headphones on, you got to take them things off, or it's like yelling in your ear. So, yeah. Or if I'm sitting next to Fred, and he gets on I'm quick to jerk that thing out of my left ear if he's sitting over there and all of a sudden starts just going to town with squawking, which parrots are known
See,
to do.
now you know what Travis goes through when you suddenly say something real loud into the mic, ain't Travis? And you have to adjust the volume.
You have no idea how hard it is to try to adjust
It
my
is.
volume in the house
I
nowadays.
can imagine.
Yeah.
My
He still
entire
walks
life,
in the door trying to yell.
my
Hey,
entire
Dad, you okay?
my entire life I've had to speak up because Dad could never hear me.
All right.
My entire life, and now all of a sudden I'm too loud, and it's like shit.
Shit, man, it kills me to go get
That
ice
is
out
a
of the damn
first.
refrigerator. Shit, that shit's
There you
loud.
go.
Damn. Sounds like an avalanche or some shit. Every time I go to get ice.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we hear you, Bill.
Yeah, I saw you.
Okay.
You got kicked
Yeah,
out.
no
again.
worries. I got zapped again. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you, and maybe I'll come back next week one night when there's not a million people waiting. I think you still got 10
You got to keep in mind, this is the second time someone's brought that up. If people want to come in and speak, they got to raise their hand. We got 2 hands
Yeah,
raised, which they'll
okay.
be brought in. But I'm just saying, like that's the whole point of the
Oh, okay.
Discord is like,
How do I raise my hand?
because there's a
Okay.
few people who are
All right.
actually just in the Discord, just listening. Also, just to
Oh, okay.
clarify one thing, because a lot of people have been talking about Discord glitches today. Dad, I tried to tell you, with the fact that we got 2 Discords running, I think our internet is going up way too much because we're up. I mean, like,
You want me to close it?
no, because we're already halfway through the show. I think, I don't want to mess anything else up.
Yeah.
We've already had so many glitches, so.
I just
Yeah.
knew there was some issues. Now I know about the hand raised thing.
I
So
can
why don't I
close
go in and
this.
just hit your
I recognize everybody's voice, except just let me know when you introduce somebody into the room.
There's only 2 or 3 with their hands up, so.
No, again, we're bringing everybody in. I just want to let everybody know, there's 9 people in the queue, but if their hand isn't raised, then I'm pretty sure they're just here listening in. So at least I have to assume that. So.
No worries. I appreciate the heads up on that, Travis, and you're doing a bang up job, buddy. You got your hands full.
I appreciate it, my friend.
I do not envy you at all.
Me neither.
It's a big job.
Yeah, all I got to do is run over and run my mouth.
Yeah.
Just make sure your dad doesn't press the wrong button there, Travis.
There you go.
There ain't no amount of shit I can do to keep that from happening.
When I had my radio show, I had a producer and 2 engineers that did what Travis is doing. So he's doing the job of 3 people. So you need to give him a break. Anyway, guys,
when I'm dead, I'll sleep. So don't worry, Bill. We got this.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not worried. You're doing a great job.
I don't know. I couldn't have the patience, I think, at times that you do. So.
Anyway, y'all have a great week, and like John said, remember, we're all on the same team. Love each other, guys. We'll see you next time.
That's it, Bill. Thanks very much,
Bill.
brother. We appreciate you tremendously.
Take care, man.
All right.
Yeah, give me a shout one time, and we'll talk.
We will talk. We will talk. I do. I owe you a call. I got to get that done. Anyway, brother, take care of yourself and tell the gang I said howdy.
You got it. Yeah, Nick and Steve and Daryl all said hi. All 3 of them.
Outstanding.
Except for Fortis, they're big Navy guys.
Outstanding.
Daryl, he's the retired Master Chief. He's got a little on base. So.
Commonly called in the Navy as God, Master Chief.
Yeah. I was senior chief. I was a senior chief first on E8.
There you go.
E9s, they kind of.
You get up to that E9 shit, and that's it.
Yeah. That's heavy.
They don't jump over buildings. They knock them down and out of their way. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Single bound. Anyway, brother, take care, Bulldog. We'll see you next week.
All right, Bill. Take care of yourself, brother. I love you. That's Bill Jones out in North Carolina, who does a bang-up job out there, works hard out there for Democrats that are on the ticket out there. Bill is always involved, and we appreciate him tremendously. Anyway. Jert, are you with us?
Yeah, John, it's Jeremy.
Jeremy. I keep forgetting what that jerk. It's Jeremy. How are you doing, Jeremy?
It's 95 here in Vermont, so it's warm here too.
Warm up there too. Damn, it's hot all over the country. You'd think we'd figure out what's causing that shit, you know?
But I mentioned on the Backworks people on Friday night that Donnie's on tour with Beck and O'Reilly and Mike Lindell. And they're charging $10,000 a head to watch them fucking spout their shit.
Are you shitting me? Yeah, that's the way it is.
Grifters grifting on other grifters.
Grifters grifting other grifters. Ain't it something? I love to see them eat just like their piranha. They'll eat their own. Let them do it. Let the fight within the Republican Party is pure entertainment for the rest of us. We're watching one group of our opposing party that are trying to stand up for the basics, truth and facts. And the other half of the Republican Party is not interested in that at all. As a matter of fact, that's who Donnie was talking to last night. They don't give a shit about the facts. They are not in this for the issues. They're not into it for anything except the attitude. Donnie won. That's it. We're going to take America back. We're going to save America. All the bullshit.
You know why they're going after that Congressman Gonzalez, don't you?
Yeah, because he voted for the impeachment, for one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, little known fact about him. He's a former professional football player.
That is true. That is true. I read that in his... Go ahead.
Yeah. Went to Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Like a tight end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got a name there in Ohio.
Yeah, so he's got the Ohio State alumni with him.
Yeah. Now we're talking about a Republican here. But Donnie wants to bring somebody in to primary him, and did they even bring up who was running against him? Somebody I read in there, but nobody I ever heard of.
I don't even know if the guy was there. I know Marjorie Taylor Greene was there.
Yes. Yeah. I saw the interview.
And she wants to get appointed to the
Yes.
the special committee.
Yeah. And Kevin McCarthy just might do it. Might put her on that
He's
committee.
might put all the crazies on there.
I think
The
they could just say no.
Louis
We don't want her on the
Gohmert,
committee
Tony.
because she's been stripped of her committees already. You're gonna be putting her ass on the committee.
Don't you think if the Republican Party is trying to get away from the Trump thing, they would be stupid to put her in on a committee? She'd be aggravating everything.
That's all.
don't you
She
think?
would be there to try to tear the committee down, to just try to, I don't know, bring up the green lasers. I don't know. Well, she's been pushing in her little rants of that, the FBI, we have to. But I was glad to see Jim Acosta from CNN nail her ass on that and asked her about the facts. And she doesn't have any. Well, people are saying on the internet, people are saying that they think this mine. Well, that doesn't mean shit. And Jim Acosta asked her, well, what if the FBI came to you and told you that they were not involved? Well, I'd believe them. Well, go open your ears, lady, because they already have. The FBI is not involved. You've already heard that. Evidently, you just didn't want to hear it. Anyway.
How about Mo Brooks, less brains, not talking to Jim Acosta whatsoever because he doesn't trust CNN?
Do you see him
Even though Jim Acosta was asking him his own questions, his own things he said.
Now, is he the one that got on his bicycle and ran away?
Yeah, he's Mo Brooks, less brains from West Virginia.
Okay.
That's what Robin calls
I
him.
thought
anyway.
that was who it was who jumped on their bicycle and pedaled away.
Yeah, just another snakes.
They're not. None of them. Mo Brooks or I'm surprised that the cucumber lady
Mo
got
Brooks
in front of
is from Alabama.
Alabama. I thought he was from Missouri.
Sorry, the connection to Robin is Alabama too, so I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I get confused myself sometimes. I got so
Wherever
many
they're
in my
from,
head.
they're all jerks, as far as I'm concerned.
They got the letter R behind their name. Yeah,
right.
there's only a few that are trying to stand up, and again, I'm not praising Republicans because I don't agree with their issues at all, but for those that are standing up for the right causes, go baby, go. I root you on. I stand and applaud you. Try to take your party back from the white nationalists, white supremacists, neo-Nazi, bigoted, xenophobic assholes who have infected the Republican Party. But again, we have to realize that this was built up from the Tea Party. From the minute Obama was elected, was the start of the rise of electing Donald Trump. That was Obama's 2 terms is what gave rise to that because of the hatred in this country. Because
John, what is it? What is it though? Where did they get to the point where they started telling these ridiculous stories and lies? I mean, who taught them how to do that? When did they start doing that?
They get to be to the absurd. Marsha was just telling me about one, and I just couldn't. It's just so ignorant. Nobody would believe it anyway. I can't remember exactly.
Did you see
what.
That cowboy that said, "Oh, Trump's anointed by God"?
Oh yeah, that guy from New Mexico. He ain't from Texas. I just want to point that shit out. Just because you wear a hat doesn't make you a nice guy.
We were warned years ago that the next time fascism rears its ugly head, to be come to us waving a flag and carrying a Bible. That's exactly
how they they predicted it would come,
they justified
and that is exactly what is happening. That, like I said, the people that were in that rally last night with Donnie Boy, they don't give a shit about foreign policy, domestic policy. They don't give a shit about nothing. It's the attitude, it's the energy that comes from, we're badasses, we want Donnie. It's just that,
John,
I don't know.
What I wanted to say, John, is that I noticed this stuff back in the 80s when Reagan got in. But even then, it started out small, especially with the churches. The Republicans
Ronald Reagan was one that brought in, the religious right into the fold of the White House. And carried on later by George W., Daddy Bush.
Right. He figured he'd get the people in from the churches. And then it got to the point where they put do you remember the voter something, what they call it, voter registration?
The moral majority?
Yeah, well, I guess they were behind it.
Yeah, the moral majority, that's what they called themselves back there.
they couldn't come right out and say, "Oh, well, we want you to vote for Reagan or whoever." But they would say, "All right, here's the candidates on the one side, and next to their name, this is what they are. They promote abortions and they promote gay people."
We
and
have
all
turned to the everything you're going to see come out of the Republican side is going to be attacking the demonic socialist Democrats who are here to eat your babies, or they're really going to lay it on thick about socialist Democrats and how they're trying to ruin America with critical race theory, teaching your poor white child that being white is bad. First of all, critical race theory is not even taught in anywhere K through 12. So any white parent that you see going apeshit at a school meeting, going, "I don't want my," it's not being taught there. Critical race theory is a theory that is taught at the higher echelons of higher learning. It's when you get down to the basics, as if you're going to study government and societies and systems, well, maybe you ought to be pertinent of this or knowledgeable of a critical race theory. And as I was telling Travis today, you could replace the word race with gay. Okay, the critical race theory is about, if you're going to study a system, say it's going to be the Small Business Association, the Agricultural Department, or whatever, and you want to do your history on it and how it is, it's how to look at how different people have been affected by the policies of this system. Whether it's Small Business Association, how many black people got loans, how many white people got loans. You could ask the same question. Well, what about a gay? Oh, how many gay people got loans and how many straight people got loans? It's a way to analyze, that's as I understand it, but it brings an understanding of how to look at the society we live in and how to make it better. It's not convincing little Billy that being white, it makes you a bad person. We're trying to teach our young people. Go ahead.
Well, if the Republican Party had their way, John, the LGBTQ community would be put under the bus. Black people would be put under the bus. Asian Pacific people would be put under the bus.
Anybody that not
let's put them down there. Let's not keep them up.
They are in the other category. There's white people,
exactly,
and then there's others, and that's the way some people want to keep it.
Well, John, that's what I like to see. There was something on main discussion somebody said about they said the generation, was it X or something or whatever, they said that they are beating the baby boomers, and I'm a baby boomer, but I'm a liberal baby boomer, okay? Yeah. But they're beating out the baby boomers. Yeah. And I think you might have seen it too, Sparky Junk. I'm not sure, but they said they are more than the baby boomers now. So the country is theirs if they decide to go out and vote. Let's vote, people.
The future always belongs to the generations coming up. Right now, though, over the years, a lot of people have felt disinterested in the political system. They don't vote. A lot of those are younger people. They're not really involved. It doesn't affect them on a daily basis, as a lot of them see. But things have changed over the years. There's more mass shootings, more school shootings, more people affected by violence and crime in this nation that gets people motivated. There's more people who are questioning climate change, which are doing right now, looking at the collapse down in Surfside, Florida. Did the environmental issues have anything to do with that? You bet your ass it's going to be looked at. There are things that we have to face in our society, whether they look good or not. But, I don't know. I'm trying to work through this the same way y'all are every day of our life, trying to put up with the knowledge that you find out. And a lot of it you get really disinterested in or really disheartened with.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Just think what it's like for those people that live in that, they call it the sister building.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yes.
They're kicking all those people out of their homes.
They're well, I understood they were giving them an option to leave, but I didn't know if they'd officially started removing people because it was built by the same construction company, the same plans, same materials. Everything is identical to those two buildings.
Same year, everything.
Everything.
And they're less than a block away.
And if I was in that other building, I'd be a little concerned myself. As I would be if I was living in any of those buildings right now on that barrier island. We have Padre Island out here. It's a barrier island. There's a lot of buildings out there. Some nice motels. Not too big, though. Shit, I don't know how many. There's no really tall ones out there, I don't think. But this country's going to have to face a lot of heartbreak in the future. But we were, as a family, just discussing it earlier because we had watched this thing on climate, and there's so many things we have to fix. But when you back up and look at the big picture, baby, there's a lot to fix here. We better get our ass busy. And we're stuck in a time where everything wants to be debated out over and over and over from 50 freaking years to get shit done. TW, how are you doing? I get frustrated sometimes because,
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. How's you and Mark doing?
Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing fine. I hear, Donnie, all license plates are going over to 45.
What?
Say what?
And I hear all license plates are going to have 45 on them because that's the only two numbers Donnie knows.
That's always.
Well, is he going to be making them? Is he going to be making them in prison there?
I wonder how many maggots are out there trying to figure out ways to get that on a license plate.
No, I'm just saying he's going to be. That's the only two numbers he knows. So that's the only two numbers he'll put on a license plate when he's having to make them. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of numbers, TW, let me catch up here because Mitch Goldstein just came in the room, and I want to thank him because he came in with a $3 donation a minute ago, and he said the future of America, blue. Indeed, Mitch. Indeed. Let me catch Gary Spring, who also came in with 10 Canadian beaver bucks all the way from China. Jesus. All the way from Canada. My God, I don't know how that snuck in my head.
It is pushing it.
And Ben Stroud, who came in with $2 and said, not all Gen X is evil, GOP. I'm a liberal Gen X. There you go. Ben Stroud's a liberal Gen Xer. And I don't know. I'm a baby boomer. So I always get that right, boomer.
That's right. We're both in that.
Yeah, I actually heard something on that. Sorry, Johnny Blount, but I actually heard something on that speech that Donnie did last night. I heard that they were going kind of back and forth on Twitter last night, and some other social medias that they said they might like the guy, but they're tired of hearing the same old shit every time he comes out.
That's all it was last night. That's all it was.
You fucking ass, man.
Doesn't it? Hello, Mitch. How you doing, brother?
Pretty goddamn good. How you doing, John?
I'm doing pretty damn good. My crap over here, the creeping crud that I had,
my
it's
old
getting
friend.
better.
How you doing, buddy?
Turkey, TW. Good to see you guys.
Same here.
Hey, Mitch. Looks like we got some interest.
Mitch.
Interest coming up on November 13th. We're starting to get some feedback from people.
We are prepared to pull the cord. We're going to start looking into places to stay and places to hang out very, very soon.
Well, Bill Jones was just in the room earlier, and Bill Jones is trying to put together, and he's going to work on this. As soon as we get a number of people that are coming, we're going to try to get, Bill's going to use his government discount and see if we can get a group rate at a motel right there on the riverfront. And,
Oh, okay. I figured we'd just go grab a tent.
Well, yeah. If the prices get too high, I'll be the bum laying out on the park bench out there on the riverwalk.
Seriously though, think about it, right? If you're going to be in a tent, if you're going to be in San Antonio in a tent, you want to be in like November, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because chances are it ain't snowing in San Antonio in November.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
I'll pay for one night's hotel room for you if you need it.
Well,
John, we already got you. Listen, we already got John covered. Plus, I have already promised, and I'm going to keep my promise, that I'm going to buy lunch or dinner or whatever we can wheedle out at my favorite taco place in the world, Teca Molino, which is in the northern part of San Antonio. And no, I am not kidding. And yes, if you come, you will get a taco from my favorite place to your intestinal tract.
And San Antonio is pretty easy to get around. And besides that, they got Ubers. They got Ubers up there, which we found out last time we was up in San Antonio, which I thought was the greatest thing in the world. Really, you just get on your phone and there you go.
We need places to stay for everybody, and really all we need is a hospitality room.
That's it.
Mitch, are you actually saying that we actually need a bathroom really close? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you guys got
I want one
fund
relatively
or
close.
anything, I'll put $200 into it.
Well,
Yeah, make sure it's a 420 friendly hotel, John. Don't forget.
oh yeah, those are all up and down San Antonio. Yeah, the 420.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bet your ass we'll find a spot. Don't worry, brother.
So what's the temperature and weather like down there around?
Anywhere from, I don't know, 35 to 97,
60.
somewhere in that range.
Yeah, it could be more, but I would
Could be
say
more.
you're like in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, so I probably
Yeah.
need to bring a light jacket, I guess.
Light jacket. I'll be going in the heavy jacket. Are you shitting me? Yes. November
And
down
warmer.
here is pretty mild. Our winters are
Yep.
pretty mild. They don't last very long. They last about a week or two and then go away and then come back in another week. Or, we get cold fronts.
All right. And
So-
also, we're gonna need at least 2 lawyers, is my guess, and probably at least 1 vial of penicillin.
we're probably going to have to. We should start pooling the money now.
And maybe
for
we should
bail.
get that stuff you give
We
people who OD on heroin.
Yeah,
Just in case.
yeah. You know how the
Things get
liberals
out
are.
of
They
hand,
get that.
you
But
know?
bail money, we'll need a fund to that for if you get thrown in jail. We'll be able to bail you out real quick. You can come right back to the party.
And we better bring a few pesos in case we have to run.
In case we have to run south, baby.
Right, baby.
Know
Right.
the exchange rate, and there's plenty of
I'll
places
show
to
you how to
exchange
get
on
over
your
that
way.
wall too.
There you go. Well, you really.
I might have to learn how to speak Spanish.
You know how you
If
get
you're
over the
going
wall,
that
John?
way, the easiest way over the wall, Mitch, is just all the bales of dope that they're throwing over. Just keep stacking them up until you get a pyramid, and then you just climb right over. It's easy.
Climb over the terrorists.
Yeah,
that's
that's
all.
it. That's all.
They'll actually help you over
Yes.
because
yes,
they're terrorists.
Because they're terrorists. That's right.
They're very nice, very pleasant terrorists.
They are.
I hear.
Indeed.
Very
Helpful, too.
interesting folk dances.
Is Julie with you, Mitch?
Julie is out
Oh, well, good.
momentarily.
Oh.
Remember, my twins are working at Kennywood, which for you guys in Western Pennsylvania is our kind of like our sort of version of Disney World, I guess.
Really?
Except it's this little shabby ass amusement park, but it's super charming and it's got some badass coasters in it. And it's about 20
there you
minutes
go.
away. And when I was
Outstanding.
20, I worked at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey for this East Coast family. If you've ever been there on lightning loops, then you probably saw me there, and I was probably stoned.
There you. Probably, Mitch.
Nothing personal.
Probably. Come on, brother. You were. Let's don't stretch it.
Well, right, because like even when I was in the Army, all the cool people we just find each other.
That's
I
it.
don't know how it happened.
It's magnetism.
It's like you look around, and all of a sudden you look at each other, and you know you found your people. Right?
There you go.
And
There
the
you
great
go.
thing about the Army is it was like all kinds of people. It was enlisted, it was officers, it was black people, Hispanic people, everybody who was cool found each other and covered for each other.
It was like there
don't
must
wanna
have
get-
been something in the air that let you know. What was it?
So meanwhile, I'll tell you a story, right?
What?
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
So I used to be a multi-channel operator. I was a radio operator. And I had a sort of a little pod that sat on the back of a Humvee, and it had a little door on the back, and there was a little communications hut, right? And
Right.
you had a box where the wires came in and the power from the generator came in, and then you hooked up the antenna and the ground wires to the box, and then bam, you were up and
You're
running.
up and running and on the air.
Right. And what you used to do is we used to carry, it was a crypto operation. So I wasn't issued an M16 because I can tell you M16s inside a box like that size is not really going to help you. So I started carrying Cal 45 auto, and I ended up, they switched us. So the last year I was there, they switched over to 9mm in 1990.
Right.
So I'm actually qualified, unlike most people, I mean, it's meaningless, but it's still a fact nonetheless. I'm qualified in M16.
Yeah.
I'm qualified in hand grenade because those are the two that everybody qualifies.
Yeah.
I'm also qualified in Cal 45 auto and 9mm.
Ooh.
So I have 4 expert qualifications. Just putting that down. But that's not what the story is. So the story is we were in our little communication van, and it was a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and we were sitting in the back of the truck, and we were just, puffing and passing and just sitting there cracking up and keeping an eye on everything, making sure we were doing our job.
All right.
And then we went to a lockdown. Okay. So a lockdown situation means that there's a security threat, and it means that they make a choice whether to flee or to lock down, right?
Right.
When it's flee, you have to bug out. You got to pack your shit up.
Get out of there.
Give you new coordinates, and then you go there, and then you set up your antenna, and you point it in the direction they tell you, and that's it, right? But they told us they were locked out, which meant it was a security emergency. And I hear outside, a very distinctive sound of blanks going off. They do have a distinctive sound.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, they're just fucking with us. And we're sitting in the thing, and it's like the cab is full of smoke. We're just sitting there. And then all of a sudden, I hear a knock on the door. And there's a protocol. I'm not going to bore you with the protocol, but there's a knock protocol, right?
All right.
There's a knock protocol. You don't open the door for just anybody. They have to have a code word when you're on lockdown, right?
Indeed.
So the guy gives me the code word, and I open the door, and guess who it is?
Oh,
it's the commanding general of the 50th Armored Division.
Surprise.
A 2-star general. And the smoke just rolls out of the back of the truck. And he says to me, hey, how are you doing, Sergeant Goldstein? And I'm like, doing okay, General. What brings you here? He goes, oh, we're just want to make sure. He said, thank you very much. We were making sure. And he was there with the major.
He was probably
the
high
warrant
by the
officers.
time he
The
left.
whole security team was there, right? And he said, wow. I said, because I don't know what you guys are smoking here, but save some for me. And he walked away.
I spent a lot of time in Southeast Asia. Believe me, it was.
General Johnson.
It was pretty common. It was
guy.
common. It was within the enlisted
Oh,
and
it
the
was all.
officer troop.
Here's the
You
thing,
don't
right?
even want to hear my stories.
Oh,
I'll just leave with this. What you don't want is guys who do their duty when they're drunk.
yeah, no. I don't want no drunks on duty. No.
Yeah.
You want to get high? That's
No.
fine. Man, a little smoke there, you're fine, buddy. You just chill out and watch out for everything. You're a drunk? No, get your ass back to the barracks and go to sleep.
Yeah, really.
Wake your ass up later. It's a big difference, and I've always said that between that. Anyway, while a little break here, let me catch up again.
Drug, man, face it.
No, I like a good margarita, but not when I'm driving. Mega Wet Willie just came in with $5 and said, a lot of Gen X isn't evil. GOP, we went through a lot of trouble in the 80s where the right tried to ban everything we love, like games, rock music, and etc. Indeed, they did.
And Pokemon.
All Pokemon, yeah, and all them games, they're just going to teach violence and all that stuff. It's how come murder rate's gone up. No, it's because you ain't teach your kids how to love people. And Adele Kidane came in with $10 and said, my mother always used to say, a hard head makes for a soft rear end. Keep preaching the truth, brother. Good stuff. Well, thank you, Adele.
I'll admit if I could, but I got to say, John, seriously.
What?
The rate of people being killed is not appreciably going up. You have to understand that.
Like he was talking about in that thing yesterday. He said 999,000.
Right?
Yeah,
What's
go ahead.
different now is our attitude towards violence. The numbers are not the issue because the numbers are going to fluctuate. There's many, many variables that go into, like last year, there was hardly any gun violence. There was hardly any influenza. There were hardly any pregnancies. That's just the way it was. Last year was kind of an off year. So just be very, very careful about what you read into statistics. We have been systematically desensitized to violence.
It's true.
Since the end of World War II. Anybody want to debate that with me? Give me a ring.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be on the opposite side of that debate because it's absolutely true. we've become desensitized to it over the years. Oh,
And
another mass
anytime you
shooting?
hear
Oh,
anybody-
how many this weekend?
No,
6? Oh, that's too bad.
6 is a lot. And anytime you hear anybody say it was okay to drop a nuclear weapon on the Japanese, you know that's some desensitized motherfucker right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know,
I would
remember
argue
some of
that
these-
that could have been avoided. There's only one reason it was done, and it had nothing to do with Japan. So.
Well, John, another thing too. I think the reason why people got desensitized is because you ever see some of the movies, they've improved the effects, the sound effects, and the visual effects.
Everything has gotten more
I mean,
realistic.
it really looks.
Everything has
looks
gotten
so
more realistic,
gory.
but so is reality.
So- And there are people out there, John, who say, I wonder what it's like to kill somebody. And they do it. That's the problem.
That's a huge problem, and it starts, again, at your own house, at your own home. If you don't teach your child empathy, love, acceptance, then you're raising them up to hate somebody. And that's where a lot of our violence stems from. Somebody's hating somebody. I'll get back at them, and the most common way in this country is, hey, get a gun. See, it's easier to get than voting, an absentee vote. You know, guns in this country are left and right like popcorn. Are you shitting me? You can get one in any state you want, and if it's not available there, move over to the next town over. You'll get one. You know, it's sad to say, but that's the life we've made for ourselves here. We've learned to not tolerate the things that we should, and to tolerate the things we shouldn't.
We've learned to tolerate being the only country of 33 super wealthy countries where people go broke and go bankrupt from getting cancer or having an elderly disabled person.
Taking care of their family.
We're desensitized to that too. You know, we are just desensitized in general. We've been taught that empathy is bad. We've been taught that loving people who are different than you is not acceptable. Now we got to turn it around.
You've been trained to
turn it around.
You've been trained to think that anything that somebody is needy of, as in food stamps, well, that's welfare. That's bad. That's a burden on society. Instead of looking at it as helping those that need the help the most. And that's where we should put our money.
Society, dealing with people who are starving because they can't afford to eat and have medical issues and legal issues and mental health issues.
Well, you know what,
like I said, we're supposed to be the most wealthy country in the world, and we don't even have health care for all like everybody else. That's
well, you know what, too, Travis, or TW, the thing, too, is Western culture has this image of what they feel a man should be. And I know growing up, my dad was a World War II vet, and that was their thinking back then. Oh, for a man to cry, no, that's not masculine. We don't do that. But I'll tell you what, when my mom, now she passed away. Well, yeah, my mom was 63 when she passed. She passed from complications from diabetes. But the whole time that I remember growing up, Dad never cried, or at least that I saw him, until she was close to dying. Then I saw the soft part come. I saw the real father that I had then. But it's a shame that society has taught us that, well, it's not masculine if you cry.
The LGBT community has been under fire since the beginning
You bet. Yes.
Not in ancient times. Ancient times, they had as much, LGBTQ people in Rome's day as we have now. They were more tolerant of it then. By the way, John, there wasn't racism back there either. That was invented by
the way, John,
man.
MSNBC is going to have a thing on tonight, something about the LGBT community. I don't know the title of the show. They did mention it. It's going to come on at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard, or Eastern Daylight, so it'll probably be 9 o'clock your time.
9 my time.
It might be worthwhile watching it, MSNBC, But it's the truth. This culture, well, if you're gay, they think everybody's effeminate. Now, I don't think I'm effeminate. When I was younger, people said, oh, well, I can tell you're gay. Yeah. But I'm more or less in the middle somewhere.
He was that NFL player that just came out, and I wonder if they could tell he was gay. No.
No, you
what does a
couldn't.
gay
I
person
saw
look like?
Yeah.
If you've watched him play, you wouldn't think he was gay.
See, what does that even mean? Let's try to put that in perspective.
Yeah.
If you watched him play, you wouldn't think he's gay.
No.
Those are two completely disconnected ideas.
Mitch, he's 6'7", and he's huge. And
there are as many kinds of gay men as there are men, and
That's what I meant.
I know that, but the thought wouldn't have popped in my head if I've seen him. He was on. He was on what's that HBO? Damn it,
dude! There's no one in the NFL who's 5'10", so he's got to be immense. Just to stand up there with those guys.
See Sparky Young, I know what you're saying, but see that's
that HBO training camp thing,
right?
The show.
See that's
he was with the Cleveland Browns, and he was doing investment advice. He was doing a seminar on investment advice for the rookies.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing.
Cassie Hicks says it's going to be hosted by Jonathan Capehart of MSNBC and gay members of Biden's White House. So.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Pete Buttigieg is going to be one of them. I think that's on there. But see, that's the thing I'm trying to say. Western culture, we've been brought up to think, well, hell, he's a football player. He's so masculine. He couldn't be gay. So that makes me wonder what is people's impressions of what a gay man is. I don't think I'm ultra masculine butch, but that doesn't, I don't switch around or anything like that. But I know.
I would imagine the LGBT community looks exactly like the rest of everybody else, because in a lot of situations,
like the rest of us.
Yeah, kind of look like us.
I have a very, very dear friend, Jeremy, and he happens to be, I guess, effeminate. I'm told.
Yeah.
He seems like a regular guy to me, but everybody seems to think that he's gay, and he's not. He's married.
A lot of people make assumptions.
He's not. He's straight. He is an effeminate straight man. He's one of my best buddies in Masonic Lodge. He was just here today, and we were just talking about this very thing. That it's what the ugliness comes from the stereotype, not from the type.
It does.
Now, where do we get that from? It's how we're raised.
And if you're concerned about that, it says a whole lot more about you than it does about that person. If you don't want to hang around somebody who's effeminate, and because you think it challenges your manliness, well, you've got a problem. It's not, this is the last week in Pride Month, and it is appropriate that we think about that. The battle since Stonewall to bring LGBT rights into the forefront of civil rights, for the rights of all of us. For if we don't stand up for each other, regardless of who that other is, then you got nobody to stand up with you in your need. We have to do this. It's in our ideals as Americans, in our founding documents. The ideal is there. The fight to make those ideals come true has been a lifelong, generational fight for every generation ever since, and we have to keep that up. We have to keep that fight moving forward to make an all-inclusive society. Because we're not going to get to that Star Trek episode where they got aliens on board and we're all getting along together until we get past this shit down here. So it's only for future references. We need to do this shit.
If we encounter aliens,
wait, one at a time. Go ahead, Mitch.
I was going to say, if you guys have ever seen the movie Alien Nation with James Caan and Mandy Patinkin, it's a very thoughtful movie. And there's actually prejudice against the people who are prejudiced against the alien race. It's actually fun, kind of funny in a way and ironic. If you ever get a chance to see that movie,
I'll have to
check it out. It's very incisive movie.
It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, Mandy Patinkin is freaking awesome in everything.
He was very good in that.
Well,
I think I've seen it.
I haven't seen it. I'd have to check it out.
But
What was the name of it again?
Thought,
Alien what?
It's called
Alien
Nation.
Alien Nation.
I'll put it
Alien
in the
Nation.
chat.
Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay. There's lots of movies I
Just to
need to
talk
check out.
about, you know, like we were talking about the insurrection and all that and what went on, you know, the last time we were on. I was watching a DS9 episode today, and they actually were doing to where they were actually, some of the Star Trek members were trying to basically, because they thought that the Dominion, which is a alien race, was on Earth, so they were basically going to make it martial law and do a dictatorship, you know, and have everybody screened and everybody had to walk through this, and one of the people go, "You can't do that." He goes, "We're supposed to be the Federation. We're supposed to be life, liberty, produce happiness." He said, "Come on." He goes, "We're not supposed to be like a dictatorship. We're not going to do this. This is treason." Ended up at the end, basically, the admiral of Star Trek had to resign in disgrace because he was the one thwarting all this going on. So.
Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it, TW?
Yeah, it sounds kind
Well,
of like
as Einstein
Boy.
said, there are only two things infinite: the universe and man's stupidity. Anyway, Michael Johnson just came in with $5 and said, "How about a beer fund?" Indeed, baby. Today is.
Yeah, you got to pick up.
Oh no,
truck.
today's
We could fill it
Sunday.
up with ice.
I almost said, "Well, tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday." You put that thought in my head, Michael Johnson, already. I'm thinking, well, tomorrow's Beer and Bud Friday. No, it's not. Tomorrow's Monday.
No, we're thinking of the trip, John. You know, we'll just put ice in the back of your truck and fill it up with beer, and
There you go.
There you go. It's what I used to do when I was young. That's
Yep.
what I used to
Just
do
keep
when I was
filling up with
27.
like bottles.
Well, we wouldn't fill up the truck, but we'd put an ice chest back there, fill it up with beer, and go on the back roads looking for rattlesnakes. It's what you do when you live in small
Wow, that
towns.
sounds exciting.
Yeah, it was.
we could take Johnny Fly snipe hunting.
Yeah. No, there's a better chance of finding
What's that?
rattlesnakes.
Hey, they run away from me.
But
I
you can
always-
take
I almost-
you and Johnny Fly can go snipe hunting out there.
We could take him snipe hunting. You know, that's a lot of fun.
What's this wee shit?
That's all right, Travis. TW, if you don't behave yourself, I'll just take you up on an airplane and let's see if we can.
No, there you go. Fly high with Johnny Fly. I want to thank everybody.
See, the only thing about that is I'll make sure I have the parachute. Bye.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Because
When you
know how
jump,
to
Johnny
land,
Fly will
you
turn
know.
and say, "It's funny, he thought that was a parachute."
Maybe it was a bed sheet in disguise.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by and visiting tonight. I want to thank Bernadette and Bill Jones for coming by early and gracing us with their company. We appreciate it tremendously.
And Jeremy.
And Jeremy was here also. Thank you very much. We appreciate y'all's company. Johnny Fly, always a pleasure to have you here, brother. We appreciate it.
Well, it's a pleasure for me to be here, and thank you for having me in.
Yeah, always, anytime, brother, anytime. Always enjoy it. And Sparky Dunk out there, brother. I'm glad everything was going well out there, except for the stay out of the heat. Don't go out, no man cave. Stay in the house. You know, had a great time on Friday on the front porch, too. It's a great show. Good show. Indeed. Sparky, you there? I'm just whistling in the wind out here, brother. That's it. Sparky be back with us anyway. TW, take care of Mark for us. Thank you for being here, brother. We appreciate it.
It's always being invited in. Yep.
Good deal. Always enjoy it, brother. Take care of Mark for us. And Mitch, my bud, thank you for being here. Tell Julie we said hello.
Yeah, I'm sorry you guys missed each other. But,
Yeah.
Eric started. It was his first day today, so he's probably having a little trouble getting out of it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a gorgeous day today. A little hot, but good amusement park day. So
I would imagine.
He's been a busy boy.
Oh, yeah.
Was it in
They'll be
Thanks
wore
for
out
having
by
me
the
on,
time they
brother.
get home.
Was it in
And
the
you and I
90s?
got
I was just going to say, Mitch, was it in the 90s out there like it is over here in the eastern central Pennsylvania?
No, it's not in the 90s, but it's super high humidity and the air quality sucks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that sucks. You were going to say something, Mitch?
What are you gonna do, man? It's fucking. It's like we sit around all winter and say, "Oh fuck, man, I wish it was fucking summer," and then we sit around all summer and say, "Oh Jesus fucking Christ, it's hot." Yeah, come on.
I'm familiar with that.
That's
Let's go
true.
somewhere. No, it's too hot. All right.
Really?
Let's go somewhere.
That's
It's too
true.
cold.
Chill out.
Get your ass out. Enjoy this life, baby, if you can.
I'd rather this over 5 degrees above zero any day, John.
Well, as I always say, I live in Texas because people tell me all the time I'm going to go to hell, so I'm just trying to get acclimated to the heat. That's it. I'm just trying to get used to where they tell me I'm going. Anyway, I want to thank all of you for coming in tonight and making the show what it is. We appreciate it tremendously. Thank our Blue Dot family on YouTube and Facebook and on Periscope. Thank you so much for coming in and spending some of your time with us. We appreciate it
Oh, don't
tremendously.
forget Ben's donation, John.
Ben's donation? Ben got a donation? Oh, Ben Stroud came in with $2. I did not see it. Thank you, Mitch. And said, if you have a problem with LGBTQ, you're nuts. Indeed, if you have a problem with LGBTQ, it says more about you than any of those letters mean to you.
Thanks, Ben.
You got a
Thanks,
problem. Get your life straight. We're called humans, and we're all of the same species.
Good night, Blue Dot. Take care, everybody.
All right,
Good night,
Mitch.
Mitch.
Thank you very much, brother. We appreciate you being here. Thank all of you for being here and making this Blue Dot family what it is. We appreciate you so much.
All right, guys.
And, okay. All right. Well, y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We appreciate you tremendously, and we'll see you. Let's just call it what it is right now. There will be no Monday rant. Monday, I'm going to take off Monday because I've been having a hard time with Mondays. I still have some things I got to do tomorrow. So instead of trying to rush my ass home with the last few minutes and try to shove something out of my mouth that makes sense, I'm going to take Monday off, and we'll be back here on Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. I'm looking at the wrong freaking camera. We'll try to get that fixed, too. We'll be back here Tuesday night for another Blue Dot family meeting. So please come by and join us. Join the conversation. We'd love to have you. I love all y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your donations. And thank you for your time, baby. And